Hi, everybody. Thank you, Nancy. Wow, that's loud. For inviting me to do this. I just asked a couple of weeks ago, are we going to have poetry on the 7th because I want to bring a cake. And she graciously invited me to do this, which is cool because I've been coming here for almost 20 years, it seems like. Not long after I came back from North Dakota. Sort of when I got over the writing about Katrina prose thing, I started writing poetry again. So wow, it's just, what else can I say? I'll start with a poem. It is one of the first poems I ever read here. It was in the first Maple Leaf Rag anthology that I'm in. And I brought it today for obvious reasons because it's called Blinded by Sunrise for Everett Maddox. So listen, it's not like we ever met or anything, but I think we've both been startled by sunrise refracted in a bar glass. It's like this. I've had just enough of your words that I'm haunted like a man in love who's suddenly not sure where his next drink is coming from, except it's not with her. I'm stumped. The bookstores are dry as Alabama on a Sunday, and I can't get lucky with a librarian dropping your name. You being dead and all, I'm sorry to bother, but if you would scare up a copy of the Psalm book in some street side used book box I pass by, I promise I'll have them bury me with the bottle so I can repay the favor. Yeah, it went well. All right, I'll just throw these down like David Letterman and pick them up later. And I know we always clap here, but in the interest of not cutting into the open mic and sweating to death and not keep us from cake, why don't we wait till I'm done? You're not obliged to applaud when I'm done, but we'll get the cake sooner that way. This is one of the first poems that I wrote. I wrote a lot of really bad poetry and typed it on onion skin paper and put it in a fancy little binder thing when I was in college, mostly about young women. But I started writing again before I got to New Orleans, when I was still in Fargo. I wrote a couple of poems in DC, but I can't find them anymore. And this is the first poem I wrote that I wanted to keep. It's called Prospero's Stars. I don't want to get in the cables, but I want this closer. Oops, do this. Prospero's Stars, 1. Peering into the violet twilight at high latitude, amid humming sodium lamps that wash the city sky clear of stars, I struggle at seeing, at evening's edge, faint flashes at the limit of vision. Beneath this empty, starless sky, the cat intently hunts an unseen prey, disturbs my reverie with antic leaping. My daughter's pet, they share the child's facility to see the dragon and the dragonfly. 2. Twilight is the door between worlds. Who spoke those words? I knew that once. Now all my lore's forgotten, the incantations hidden in a pile of bills, among the undone lists of mundane tasks, the litter of responsibility. I would rename this dumb cat Caliban, declare its insect prey my Ariel, would open wide Prospero's book and call up the hidden spirits of this place, call up the stars and place them where I will. 3. Our reverie is ended. Still there are no stars. The almost silence of suburbia here at the edge of evening, dim rumble of trucks in the distance, is all of island solitude that I will know. Tranquility on Fargo's summer lawn. Here I'll find wisdom or shall have none. Here learn to fashion magic out of my own words. Still there are no stars. I rise and gather fallen twigs beneath the trees, carry water to the potted plants, take one last look around the lowering Arctic sky, and go inside. The cat takes my warm place and glances up, eyes alive with stars. Here I go having an old person name thing. New Laurel Review was edited by asking the wrong person. I'm sorry, old people, never mind. I was asked to contribute something to the New Laurel Review by Lee Group. Thank you for the trains issue. I'm sorry.
And then Andrea Garrity
Took it over. Lee asked me to contribute something to this themed edition. So I had a friend named Sam Jasper. You might have known her as Rebecca Stevenson, who I exchanged drafts with for a long time until I landed on this, was what was published. The end of the line. They come lumbering at 5 a.m. along the old Lafitte Street line, back of my house on Toulouse, horns bellowing their dark chords, warning the shattered cars squatting around the body shop not to cross St. Patrick's. Sometimes I creep out from under the blankets, out to watch the brakeman jump down, check the switch, whistle, and wave the engineer to back in 10 tons of bricks. That's a manifest, not a metaphor. The flatbeds pounding to a stop, wheels squealing brightly on the last working spur, the cemetery's end of the line behind the skeletal warehouses in this spot that CAD maps still call back of town. The line's continued dull metal rails grown as dark from long disuse as the creosote brown ties run